Welcome to this week's edition of Inside Westside. The Wolverines headed to Rogers to take on the Mounties tonight, and Coach Pratt joins me now as we preview the matchup and look back briefly at last week's game. And VJ Warren is such an amazing story to me, Coach. A guy forced into more time due to Braden's injury, and he is absolutely thriving right now.
He's very explosive, and we knew that coming in. But we also knew he was a sophomore, and it was going to be a lot to handle. I think that the time behind Braden and him being able to be around Braden the entire time of spring and summer, and the preseason and through non-con. Braden really rubbed off on him and really helped him out a lot. Braden is a huge part of our team, even though he's injured, and we can't say enough about his leadership skills. We hate that for him, but VJ is definitely taking the bull by the horns, and he's getting all that he needs out of this. So we knew he was explosive, and we tried to just not give him too much and just let him, be the athlete he is.
And every year, well, and I know this is important to you when we talk about special teams. It seems like there's always big plays, and right out of the start of that Springdale game, you get a 96-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, we knew that coming in, we had a chance to have a big return, and we had used a couple of our other returns earlier in the year, and so we come out and kids blocked it really well, and once you get him in the open field, good things happen. So.
Let's talk about Rogers here. This is a pretty explosive offense. Maybe the toughest test for your defense to date coming up with this ball game.
Um, Jeff is like watching their quarterback is like watching it's like a video game, and you up the speed of the quarterback on their team, and everybody else is normal, and you just watch him on film, and you're like, can he really do that? And then you watch him, he does it, and he's a great player. They've got some really good guys around him. I mean, Lindsay is obviously big time. Committed to BYU already with offers to everybody. Um, they're going to be tough. Man, I don't think it's just them. I think it's their team in general, and they're very similar to us. They have a lot of weapons. They have somebody that distributes the ball out really well. They fly around on defense. They're extremely well coached. They win special teams. I mean, this has all the ingredients of a really big high school football game, which, this middle of the year, it's supposed to start getting pretty intense like this. So, we're excited about being here, and obviously go in and try to steal a win over Rogers at homecoming.
It looks like these are two confident football teams headed into this matchup tonight.
I think that's two programs that believe in themselves, and they believe in what they do, just like we do. Their kids play extremely hard, very similar to us. We're both physical and fast and fly around the football and try to score a lot of points. And, they will get after on defense and bring a lot of pressure. I've always thought that if you bring a lot of pressure, it's either really good or really bad. And it seems like sometimes that they give up the big play, but for the most part, they're pretty good. They're pretty good at bringing pressure.
So, what are some things you're looking for offensively to have a bunch of success against these guys here tonight?
I think we got to be patient. I think Trey's got to make a lot of checks, depending upon what the fronts are, and run check, pass checks, RPOs, all that kind of stuff. But when you're putting a lot of pressure on a player, and it's Trey Thompson, I got no problem with that. He's answered the bell on everything we've done, and I'm sure he'll do the same on Friday. And I think that we've got to be able to protect the football. I think the game's going to come down to turnovers, and who can make a play and who can steal a possession here and there, and see what happens. I would like to think that we're going to hopefully make them give up the ball. I watched them against in a couple of games. I haven't watched them punt yet, and so. That's something that we have a lot of faith in our defense, and they're playing well right now. And we just got to keep being us and doing what we do. We don't need to do anything special. We don't do anything out of the ordinary. Just play Wolverine football like we've been playing all year.
All right, Coach, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for the time today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.